I'm going to turn off the sound on my phone. All right, well, I thought we could use a little ruach this evening, so we're going to start with a little not by might, which starts with some clapping. So here we go with some 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me just move my screen so I can see everyone properly. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. But by spirit alone, ruach, shall we all live in peace. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone, ruach, shall we all live in peace. Children sing.
La-da-da.
The children dream.
Aww.
And their tears may fall, but we'll hear the call, and another song will rise.
Will what?
Another song will rise.
Will what?
Another song will rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. See some clapping. There we go. Not by might and not by power, but by spirit alone, ruach, shall we all live in peace. Not by might, not by power,
Hello, everybody!
Hello!
We're here.
We made it.
We're doing it. It's great. We're gonna pray. We're gonna sing. We're gonna dance. We're gonna dance. You don't know it yet, but we're gonna dance. Yeah. No, it's just fabulous to be here with you. That's all I got. Okay.
That's all you got. Well, seeing your faces brings a little sunshine to this gray day. So let's start with a little Baruch Hu in the house. Becca, you ready? Is Becca here? No. Okay, oh. Lucy, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I said ho. I said hey. I said, are you ready to pray?
I said ho. I said hey. I said, are you ready to pray?
Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Let's come together to pray.
Listen up, listen up, listen up, listen up. Let's come together to pray.
I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is how we make a minion.
I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is how we make a minion.
I said hey. I said you. Now let's all stand up for Baruch Hu.
I said hey. I said you. Now let's all stand up for Baruch Hu.
Woohoo! Go Lucy. That was awesome. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? continue with our prayer for the evening. Whenever it's raining, I try to remember when we were talking about how every weather is someone's favorite weather. So this rainy day that's a little gloomy, I feel like we haven't had a gloomy day in a little while. It's like it's someone's favorite weather. And so we're thinking about that as we sing our evening prayer as the light is rolling into darkness. So here we go. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, vechoshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Baruch atah Adonai, Amari v'aravi. And as Miss Stephanie said, it is the perfect napping weather. So if you're craving a little nap, although I feel like it's a little late for a nap at this point in the day, but maybe you caught a nap earlier. All right, well, it is time for our Shema. Unfortunately, Mr. Dom couldn't be here with us tonight. We're going to miss his amazing guitar stylings. His power went out. So we're thinking about him, and we're going to sing a little Shema. So here we go. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. There we go. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. You may be seated. And now we continue with our Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים Ani Adonai Elohechem. Miss Stephanie, you had a move for that orange box. What was your move? You're muted.
Oh, yep, I do. It goes up. It's a spiral up. Ani. Da 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 da. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I like that. I'll have to add that in for next time. All right, well, it's time for a little micha mocha. We are on the other side of the sea, right? We had Passover, we crossed the sea, and now we're wandering in the desert, a little bit unsure maybe, hoping that things are going to go well, and then we're going to receive the Torah at Shavuot, coming in how many days, Rabbi Fixler? I think we're up to 16 days.
Today's the 18th day.
Oh, today's the 18th day. Okay, I was a little behind. Got a little off. All right, well, so we've crossed, and so we sing a little Micha Mocha. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Micha mocha, ba'elim Adonai, micha mocha, nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehillah, oh sefelet, Torah tehillah, oh sefelet. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la. Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Adonai. Ya la la la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Okay, so we come now to the Amidah, and we are introducing a new prayer in our Amidah. So the first three prayers of the Amidah, the first one is the Avot V'Imahot, which talks about God being the God of our ancestors. The second one is the Givurot, which talks about God's power and our power to emulate God in the world. And the third one is called Kedusha. Kedusha is from the same Hebrew word root from a lot of words you know, like Kiddush and Kadosh and Kaddish and Kiddoshim, all of which mean some version of the word holy. Kedusha is about God's holiness. In Hebrew, the word holy means separate from. When we make something holy in Judaism, we mark it as separate and a little different and a little special. And so God is separate from the world and different and special. And there are ways that we can act different and special that emulate God. So we're going to add those words in to our prayers this morning. In the evening, we're doing evening Kedusha, right?
Yeah, because it is evening, it's not morning.
It is not morning. Well, I don't know. I'm just making sure. So yeah, in the evening, the Kedusha is very short. In the morning, it's a lot longer. It's just a little extra line.
Exactly. All right. And so as we get ready for our Amidah, we rise. And we actually sang these words last week, but we didn't really get to talk about them. And so I just wanted to thank Rabbi Fixler for giving us a little context, a little overview of all of these things that we're praying about. Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el hagadol hagibor v'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel chasadim tovim, Bekonei hakol. We lost our slide. V'zocher chas... Wait, where were we? Nope. Go back. One more back, I think.
Bottom of that one.
Okay. Ha'el hagadol hagibor v'hanora el elyon gomel chasadim tovim v'konei hakol v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot. Sorry, I went back. U'mevi gula livnei v'neihem leman shemo be'ahava melech ozer u'moshia u'magin Baruch atah Adonai magin Avraham v'ezrat Sarah אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. And here it is. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. We take a moment now for silent prayer to maybe just think about the things that we are grateful for today. Say shalom bimroma, Huya say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, Rabbi, do you want to introduce what's about to happen?
Yeah, so for those of you who maybe missed last week, we're trying a new experiment all this month as a different way to learn about the Torah portion. Two of our fabulous high school, upper school students have been making us some Torah raps to teach us about the Torah portion. This week's Torah portion is Tazria Metzora, and so I'm going to let them take it away.
Hey everyone, if you want to follow along with Torah raps at home, just follow this simple beat. Pat, pat, clap. Pat, pat, clap.
In this week's portions, Tatzriah and Metzora will learn special rules laid out by the Torah.
Here's the story of how it all happened, so follow the beat. Now let's get clapping.
If you want to have a baby, you better think twice. On the 8th day, you must circumcise.
If your skin is looking gross, you should see a priest that's really close. If the rash gets worse, stay away, because there is no nurse.
After 7 days, the priest might say, you're okay. If the infection is gone, you can move on, but then if it stays, again you'll go away.
Leprosy is quite a scare, so listen up and take good care. Sacrifice a lamb so that you can stay with your fam.
If your house is plagued with mold, close it up for 7 days, you'll be told. If the mold were to grow faster, you'll most likely have to replaster.
Your house can't prevail, even if it makes you frown, you will have to tear it down.
Again, we learned with pure and impure, sacrifice in 7 days are all you'll endure.
Maybe you learned a lot, perhaps. Catch you next time on
Torah.
Raps.
So thank you to our Torah rappers, Lindsay and Wyatt. That was fun. And they're going to be making ones all this week. They get to learn about the Torah portion and then try and sum it up in rhyme. So one other thought about the Torah portion. So like I said, this week's Torah portion is a double portion, 2 portions smushed together called Tazria Mitzora, and it's kind of gross. It is all about skin diseases. And in the time of the Torah, they didn't know what caused skin diseases. They didn't know about where rashes came from and the germ theory. They didn't know any of that. And they thought that when you got sick, it was because you'd done something wrong and God was upset with you. And so they wondered, what was it that they had done wrong that gave them these skin diseases called Mitzora? And they thought that the word Mitzora sounds a lot like the words Motzi Ra, to bring out bad, and that the way you bring out bad is by gossiping, by talking about people behind their back, by saying things that are maybe untrue or maybe true but hurtful, by talking about people in a way that harms them. And so they decided that the cause of Mitzora, the cause of this skin disease, was gossiping, was saying things behind people's back. There is a story that maybe you've heard before, but is sort of the most famous Jewish story about gossiping, which is about a young person who goes to their rabbi and they say, Rabbi, I am so embarrassed. I talked about someone behind their back. I said gossip about someone, and they found out, and it really hurt them. And other people were sharing that information, and I just feel terrible. I didn't mean for them ever to know. And is there anything I can do to make it right? And the rabbi thinks for a minute and she says, that's a great question. Here's what you need to do to make this right. I need you to go back to your house and I need you to get a pillow that's a feather pillow, not one of those fancy foam pillows, a feather pillow, and bring it back to me. So the young person goes and they get the pillow and they come back to the rabbi and they go outside of the synagogue, and at the edge of the synagogue is a hill, and they stand on the top of the hill, and the rabbi, she takes out her knife and she cuts open the top of the pillow and she shakes out the pillow. And then the young person is like, what are you doing? And the rabbi says, okay, here's how you make it right. All you need to do to make it right is to go and get all of the feathers that blew away. And so the person goes and grabs a couple of feathers, but the feathers have been caught in the wind. And she comes back to the rabbi and they say, Rabbi, I don't know what to do. I tried to collect all the feathers. I can't collect all the feathers. I got some of the feathers, but not most of the feathers. They all blew away. And the rabbi says, that's the way it is with gossip. When we say something, the minute we say it, it's out of our control. The minute we say it, it is out in the world, and other people can repeat it, and we can never get our words back. So we have to be really, really careful about what we do and what we say, and making sure that the things that we say, we would want that anyone could hear them, because once we say them, they are outside of our control. So even though now we know that skin diseases are not necessarily caused by gossip, we know a lot more about how we can be thoughtful and careful about what we say and the effect it can have on people, knowing that we can't get our words back.
Thank you, Rabbi. Sounds like there are some good stories from Miss Stephanie about throwing feathers from the top of the garage. So we take a moment now, as we always do, to remember those we have loved and lost, and so we stand together for the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari ve'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam ulalnei almaya, Yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh Ve'yitadar, ve'yitale, ve'yithalal, shemei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran be'alma ve'imru, amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. We are going to remain standing because we are going to close today. So as you saw in the chat, Miss Eileen was telling us, and Miss Shira were telling us about Yom Ha'atzmaut, Israeli Independence Day, which starts tonight at sundown. It's all day tomorrow. And today was Yom HaZikaron, Memorial Day, which goes right into Independence Day. And to honor those, we are going to sing the Israeli national anthem, which is called Hatikva, which means the hope, this hope that for after 2,000 years that we will be a free people in our land of Israel in Jerusalem. And so I have the words here for you, and we're going to sing this together as best we can. Henry can play it on the piano. That's amazing. I'd love to hear it. You can send me a recording. Do we have those words? I think I put that slide in there. Maybe. Should be the next slide. There we go. Oh. Kol od balev avnimah, nefesh Yehudi homiyah, ufate mizrach kadima, ayin letzion zoviyah. Odot atikvatenu, atikva vod shnot alpayim, liot am chofshi be'artzenu, eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Liot am chofshi be'artzenu, eretz Zion v'Yerushalayim. Thank you for singing with me, and I turn it over to Miss Stephanie for some announcements.
Thank you, Cantor. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us today, and wishing you all a Yom Ha'atzmaut Sameach, a very, very happy Yom Ha'atzmaut as we celebrate Israel's Independence Day. So early bird enrollment for next year is now open. Parents, you can save $75 by enrolling between now and April 30th. Please see the Helfman Herald or the website for details. Parents, also, please note that the congregation's annual meeting is this coming Sunday, April 18th at 4 o'clock. Please be sure to register and attend that as well. And then coming up on April 25th, we have a very special parent engagement and education program with internationally renowned author and filmmaker Tiffany Schlein. She will be joining us to talk about her book, 24/6, Giving Up Screens One Day a Week to Get More Time, Creativity, and Connection. If you register now, if you're one of the first 36 people to register, thanks to the generosity of our religious school committee, you will get a free copy of Tiffany's book. So please plan on registering and attending that program as well. At this time, students should go ahead and leave the meeting, and we will see you all on Sunday. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.